Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel here. Hey, I have a new bargain drone to show you today. This was sent to me by the folks at Banggood. It is the Kai 1 Pro 3-axis gimbal brushless motor drone. Some interesting things about this drone. It's pretty light, although it's not under 250 grams. It's like 279 grams, fully loaded with battery and everything. So, you know, you're still going to have to register this, put a FAA number on it in the United States, and I know there's other rules for other countries as well. But I brought my notes here so I can kind of give you the full lowdown on this guy. It is a GPS GLONASS connected drone, so it should hover and hold its place in space pretty well and should be pretty easy to fly. It does have, I mentioned, brushless motors. Those are 1503 brushless motors on there. The camera, this is interesting. If you look at all their advertising on Banggood and other places, they'll tell you that this is an 8K drone. It's not. It's 2.7K video, and I think it's, if I remember correctly, 25 frames per second. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to look that up. And then picture-wise, it shoots in a very, it's a 4:3 format, I believe, and it's kind of an odd situation. It's like 5.4 by 3 point something resolution. I can't remember exactly. When I take a picture with it, I will put that up on the screen, and hopefully we'll get a chance to take some pictures on this flight. But it does, you can see on the bottom there where the SD card goes. Takes a max 32 gigabyte SD card. You're going to want to format it to FAT32. There also, it's weird, the advertising is saying a 25-minute flight time. The manual says, I think it says 16 to 18 minutes. I believe in reality, if you get 10 or 12 minutes out of the battery, you'll probably be doing pretty good. And with regard to the battery, let me see if I can pull it out here. And yeah, so it's got kind of interesting here. Hopefully you can see that. It looks like it has lights on the back. That's just molded into the plastic. That's nothing. But it is a 2200 milliamp hour, 7.4 volt LiPo battery. So, you know, pretty decent. They only gave me one battery with it, so we're going to be limited on how much we're going to be able to get done with it today. Typically when they send me a drone, they'll give me a couple of batteries. That way we can get through all the automated flight modes and so forth, but in this case we're not going to. The other thing I wanted to point out to you is that it looks like it has some kind of sensors on the front. It does not. Those are just molded into the plastic. However, it does have an optical flow sensor on the bottom right there, little optical flow sensor, and I believe you can switch to that sensor as well while you're flying. Let me look at my notes here to see if I'm missing anything. Yeah, so Quadcopter 101 brought this up in his review of this drone. They're saying to use the UAV Go app, which doesn't work with this drone. Now, the manual that I got had a sticker over the top of where they had the QR codes for the app. And it said UAV Go app, but when I used the QR sticker, it took me to the H Fun Fly app. And I already had it on my phone, so clearly that's an app that's been used on some other drones. I don't remember which one I used that on, but the H Fun Fly app is the one that you're going to want to use for this guy. So let me show you the remote here real quick. So here's the remote. It's kind of interesting in the way you can see you have to pull up the antenna here. And speaking of antenna, this one has a wire in it, so it's a real antenna. This one has nothing in it, so it's just there for looks. And then to hold the phone, you pull these arms down, kind of like a DJI drone, and you fit your phone into the side there. It does have an internal battery, which is good. There's a micro USB port there to charge the internal battery. And it looks like it has a display here, but it's not really a display. It's just got a couple lights on there. I think it tells you when you're in GPS mode, etc. Maybe headless mode, I'm not sure. But the buttons, on, off button, return to home button, takeoff and land button. This puts it in either GPS mode, or if you switch it over, it's just altitude hold, optical flow. Obviously, you're always going to probably want to leave that in GPS mode. This button on the back right here, record. This button right here, take a picture. And then you can move the gimbal with this little thumb wheel right here. So, you know, I'm encouraged that it has a that it has a wire in one of the antenna on there. So while we're on that subject, let's talk about range. So it is Wi-Fi FPV. So your phone is going to be talking to the drone directly for Wi-Fi. They're saying 1 kilometer range. Well, I've never seen that happen, and in fact, I know from watching Quadcopter 101's review of this very drone, he could not get out past about 80 meters, which is not terribly far, before, that's about 240 feet, before he lost FPV connection. Now, honestly, a drone like this, you're not going to want to fly it very, very far anyway. They are saying that the RC connection is over 1 kilometer. That very well may be with this wire in this antenna. You may still be able to control the drone out that far. You're just not going to be able to see anything on FPV. But we'll try it out here. I'm at Heroes Park in Meridian. We'll try it out and we'll see what we can do with it. So yeah, and then there's some intelligent flight modes. You know, I know it does the usual orbit, and I think it has a GPS follow me, which is always a little weird. The GPS follow me, to me, is tough because it's hard to stay in center of frame, and what's the point of having follow me if you're not photographing the object you want to see? And then also I think it has in fact, I know it's got a waypoint mode. Now, are we going to be able to get to all that stuff? I kind of doubt it, but we'll do what we can. Mainly, we want to see how it flies, and let's just get this thing up in the air and see what kind of videos. What we're looking for is good, stable video with no jello in it and not jumpy, you know, not moving around. And so we'll just see what we get, and then hopefully we can take a couple pictures too, and we can look at those. So anyway, let's quit messing around. Let's get the Kai 1 Pro in the air. Okay, I'm all hooked up here, and as you can see, it's giving me some instructions on how to use the app. You know, return to home, number of satellites, etc. So I'll let you guys take a look at that, and we're going to click got it, and look at that, we've got FPV. Let's go into the little gear icon and look at our settings. And yeah, so beginner mode is off. That's good. That bottom one, that's in the Chinese characters, that slider, I suspect that is probably a setting for the orbit mode. I'm going to move that up just slightly. Well, yeah, so it's 23 meters there. Altitude is set to, or maybe that bottom one, maybe that's return to home. Well, we'll go, just for the fun of it, we'll go a little bit higher. Well, that's too much. Wanted to go about 30 meters or so. It's hard. Well, there's 28 meters. We're going to leave it at that. Altitude, we want that at least below 120 meters. We're not going to go terribly high. 105 meters, we're going to leave it at that. We'll leave that the distance at max there. Let's look at the camera. Aspect ratio original, I guess, is where we're going to leave it. I'm going to turn the grid on. I like that. Stabilization, on or off, who knows? We're going to turn it on because we want, I'm assuming that's stable video. And what, that other, oh, that is for I guess, look, you do have camera controls where you can change the contrast. We're going to leave everything just as it is in normal mode. So app flight, let's look at that. Left-hand throttle, we want to stay with that. Let's look at other, and that's just giving us the serial number and app version, etc. So looks to me like we're good to go there. And I notice it even has a Find My Drone. So it looks like it's in camera mode. Let me switch it over. Oh no, so look at this. You can, yeah, we want to be on front camera. That's how you can change the camera. Now I'm wondering how you then decide if you want to take a picture or yeah, so we're just going to leave. Yeah, that looks full front lens. Yeah, that takes us to that takes us to my phone, it looks like. So no, we're gonna go off on that one. That's funny. So the drone is the front camera, so you can control the camera on your mobile device too. That's pretty interesting. So I guess what I'm wondering is, how do we switch between video and on the app between video and pictures? Honestly, I don't know. So we're gonna start recording. We'll do that on the controller here. So I'm gonna hold that down, and look, it did. It turned red and it's counting down, so it's controlling. My understanding is to arm the motors, you just hit the takeoff button here. So we're gonna do that. And nothing happened. So let's go both sticks down and in. Well, hold it. I guess, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm sure that it probably wants us to do calibrations first. So, and it didn't ask for that, but I know to do the gyro calibration, both sticks down and to the right. Maybe I should stop recording. Both sticks down and to the right. And I didn't hear a beep or anything. Okay, well, let's try a compass calibration. And I know to do that, you take the left stick down and to the left and the right stick up and to the right. Okay. Okay, I got beeps each time, so I think we're good to go there. Let's start recording again. And it did not begin recording that I can see. Maybe I need to hold it down longer. There we go. I just needed to hold it down a little bit longer. Let's try that takeoff button again. Nope. Okay, so let's go down and out, down and in. Yeah, for some reason it's not wanting to engage the motors here. So we have plenty of satellites. I'm trying to look to see if we're doing something wrong. Don't know. Let's try gyro calibration again. Maybe that did it. And I see the lights blinking on the back of the drone, so that, I'm hoping, calibrated it. Let's try engaging those motors again. Gosh, I just don't know why we can't get those motors engaged. Let's go into the menu here and see if I'm missing something. Let's stop recording. Had it in low speed. Yeah, gosh, I just don't know. We're all calibrated. Okay, look in the manual. It says to long press the this button to engage the motor. So let's try that again. Well, long press didn't work. So clearly it doesn't like something that we're doing. Don't know what that is. Well, I'm going to try calibrating again. So let's just see if that does it. Okay, so we calibrated again, and I got the beeps. Let's do the gyro calibration. And the back lights are blinking green. So let's see if we can engage the motors. Okay, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to turn off the transmitter. I'm going to cycle the transmitter. And we'll turn it back on here. Okay, I've got a solid green light, so maybe it could be that we just weren't connected, although that's unusual. It was responding to stick commands when I was doing the calibration, so I don't know. But we have a solid green on GPS now that we didn't have before. Let's try engaging the motors. There we go. So I just think it was some kind of missed command. So we're going to move, we're going to start recording, and we're going to move up on the left stick. So clearly that was just some kind of an anomaly there. As soon as I got that solid GPS light, we were good. So anyway, the drone, I mean, I'm telling you, it's pretty darn stable. Gosh, there's been more expensive drones that I wish were that stable. And you can see that gimbal in action. It's kind of dropping a little bit now. Let's see if we can bring it into the camera here. It's kind of moving at a little bit of an angle. Let's rock it back and forth, and you can see that gimbal working. Well, let me see if I can drop the camera. I'm telling you, what I see on FPV here looks really good. Let's do our usual droney. Reverse and up now. Reverse and up. And you know, what I'm seeing on FPV here looks pretty good, and I believe we have it in low speed mode. And we are out about 70 meters, 80 meters, so that's farther than, I'm picking up that gimbal there. And you see a little bit of fisheye effect, but you know what, in this classification of drone, I don't see that as a big problem. So let's move around and let's just go down the field a little bit. And I've got a little bit of lag in FPV and in the controls. Like, in other words, when I let go of the controls, yeah, it's now I'm kind of frozen on FPV, and I'm moving the drone forward. Yeah, and I can see the drone. I've got it in line of sight, but we're frozen on FPV. So let's bring it back to us. So it was exactly what Quadcopter 101 said. He lost. So I'm bringing the drone back, and we are still, our FPV is still frozen. Let's, I'm going to bring it down right in front of me. Yeah, there we got it back. I was looking at the drone, so I didn't see exactly when we got it back there. So I think he's spot on. You're going to want to keep this within, definitely within 100 meters, and probably even less than that. If you're, you know, 50 to 75 meters, that's probably as far as you're going to want to go. So let's move forward with it here, and we'll see how stable this video is. And you know, it flies pretty good. I mean, it's you know, there's a little bit of lag in the controls, but again, I kind of expect that in this classification of drone. And you see just a little bit of movement there excuse me, a little bit of stutter there on FPV. But there again, like I said, this is a $150 or less drone. So, and I'm seeing a little bit of jiggliness on the FPV screen, you know, which is a little disappointing. You know, you hope when you get a 3-axis gimbal, that's what you avoid. Let's try return to home, and let's see how well this guy does. We want to make sure it knows where its home point is. So I did that on the controller, and it immediately, it's coming home, but it's coming home backwards. It turned around. Oh, now it's turning around. Okay. I'm watching the drone above me there. Yeah, whatever that problem I had, and let's, I wonder how far down I can point the camera here. And look at it reorient itself. Look, it's going to be pretty darn close. So hopefully I can, let's see, I wonder if I can cancel it here. Okay, it's going to be pretty close. Yeah, so it wouldn't let me cancel. And so we mowed a little grass there. Now, I don't know if I didn't touch the sticks. Maybe if I'd have touched the sticks, I could have brought it up a little bit, but I tried to cancel it on the controller and on the app and was unable to do so. Okay, my GPS light is blinking again, so I don't know. Let's see if we can, yeah, for whatever reason now, with that GPS light blinking, I cannot engage the motors. That is interesting. So I'm gonna stop recording on the controller, and I'm gonna do just what I did last time. I'm gonna cycle the controller and see if I can stop that light from blinking. So the controller is off. Let me hold it up here so you can see. And you see that green GPS light? Yeah, now it's solid. So I don't know what that's about. When that's blinking, you cannot start the motors. And you can see I started them right up there. So you need that solid green light. Let's see if it'll do an auto takeoff. No, it won't. So you got it. Takeoff is manual, but that's okay. I'd almost rather be manual. So let's go up and let's take some pictures. I'm going to move it forward a little bit here. And you can see that that gimbal doesn't quite do its job completely as it picked up there. Okay, I am going to, let's see if we can get some more altitude here. And I'm trying to point up at the drone. And let's see if we can take a picture, shoot out at the Costco over there. Yeah, picture taken. Let's yaw around the other way and shoot towards the Boise Mountains. You can see, I gotta tell you, it looks really good on FPV. And I'm going to take another picture. You can see a lot of smoke off in the distance. So I think the next thing we should try here maybe is some of the follow me modes. So let's bring the drone back down and bring it to us. And I think if we have enough battery, we'll try, yeah, we're already down to 36% battery, so whatever we do, we better do it quick. And it descends very, very slowly. Wow, I mean, I've got the stick full down and it's taking it forever to come down. 34% battery. And I should be coming into view here. There we are. Okay, let's go into, I'm gonna click on those 3 bars and that brings me the menu here. And I'm gonna click on the follow me, that's the little man running there. Is about 2 meters. We're going to confirm and select a target. So let's see. And nope, it's not doing it. I know yeah, so I wonder if I need to be closer or farther. I don't know. Well, let's go back into that. Let's try that again. 2 meters, selected a blue prompt box will appear. Click OK. The blue box will turn red. Red frame is more than 80% of the humanoid. Well, I thought we had that. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, and you're hearing a helicopter there in the background. He is way higher than the 3.6 meters we are off the ground. Well, for whatever reason, yeah. So it's going into low battery now. So let's, you know, for whatever reason, I couldn't get that to work. And how do we get out of that? I do not know. Anyway, I'm going to hit return to home on the app and let's see what it does. Yeah, that didn't do anything. So it looks to me like we're going to have to fly it home. We're down to what, 14% battery. and we're very, very close to the ground. Let me get back in the shade here where I can see my FPV screen. Well, I wish they would have given me another battery here. So clearly my speed is affected here a little bit when it's in low battery. But you know what? It's a real stable drone. I mean, I've got this thing. It's a great little GPS drone. Let's move it forward here. See if I can get it on the pad. The controls kind of crab a little bit. Okay, straight down. There we go. We got a landing on the pad. I never started the recording there at the end there, but in any case, we were unable to. I couldn't get that follow me to work. I know Quadcopter 101 did, so it's probably something I was doing. Unfortunately, with just that one battery, we're not able to try some of the other stuff out. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the Kai 1 Pro drone, you know, I actually was pretty pleased with this little guy. It flew good. I mean, it was very stable. There was a little bit of lag in the controls, but not horrible at all. I mean, it worked, you know, in this price range of drone, you kind of expect that a little bit. Now, I could tell by looking at the FPV screen, and I have, like I said, I've already seen Quadcopter 101's review of this drone. There's going to be a little bit of wobbling around in the video. You know, I've tested drones that are a lot worse. If you're looking for perfectly stabilized video, this isn't it. But the price point, I think, is pretty good. And that 2.7K video, I want to look at it off the SD card. We can see how it looks. I can say it looked pretty decent on the FPV screen, so I'm encouraged by that. But I had that one little glitch that I couldn't arm the motors, and I'm not sure what that was about, but all I needed to do was cycle the controller, and that worked. And as far as doing the calibrations, you know, when you do the gyro calibration and the compass calibration, I didn't do those manually first because I thought the app would walk me through that, because often these apps will walk you through that kind of calibration, and you end up doing it twice if you do it manually and then go through the app. So when I saw the app didn't do it, we did that manually. It's very easy to do. It calibrated very easily, and as you saw when the drone took off, very stable. I mean, I can tell you this, GPS-wise, I have flown some way more expensive drones that aren't nearly as stable as this guy. I guess the other thing I wanted to point out to you, and I'm going to unzip the bag here again so you can see, you can look at the top of the props there. These are just the twist-on, twist-off props, which I appreciate. Usually in this price range, you've got to use the screwdriver and you're putting each individual prop on. These, just like DJI style, they just twist on and twist off. That's a nice feature that I appreciate. I wish I had a second battery so I could have got in and tested some of the other flight modes with it. We did try a little bit of follow me, and I couldn't get that to work. Again, that's probably my fault. I saw, I might have been too close. I don't really know. I have seen, like I said, I saw Quadcopter 101. He was able to get that to work okay. But there again, GPS follow me, I'm not sure how useful that is because it doesn't keep you center of frame. It's following the GPS on the controller, so it can be hit or miss. And then we didn't get a chance to try that orbit mode, nor did we try any waypoints, but you know, maybe we'll do that on another video, charge up the battery. Like I said, I wish I had had a second battery in order to try that stuff out. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, you know, this Kai 1 at its price point, the last time I looked on Banggood, it was around 150 bucks. I'll see if I can get them to give me a discount code and see if we can bring that price down some. But if you can pick this drone up at, you know, somewhere north of that $100 mark, and you're just looking to try out a GPS drone, this one, it does what it says. It seems to work pretty good. Well, when I say does what it says, it's not 8K video, but it flies decently, and you're not going to have a problem getting into the air and having a good experience with it. So anyway, that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Alrighty, bye now. The Kai 1 Pro, not a bad little drone for the money. Bye.